Introduction to criminal justice system. Criminal justice system, the machinery which the society uses in the prevention and control of crimes. It may also refer to the totality of the activities of the law enforcers, prosecutors, judges, and corrections personnel, as well as those of the mobilized community in crime prevention and control. Um, the goals of CLGC is prevention of crime, protect members of society against crime, maintain peace and order, suppression of criminality, review the legality of existing rules and regulation, and the rehabilitation and reformation of offenders. What is the definition of justice? Justice is the act of rendering what are due and treating person equally. This person must, however, fall within the same classification. Essence of justice under the Philippine Constitution. Under Sector 1, Article 3 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall a person be deprived of the equal protection of law. This guarantee dictates that in order that justice will be realized, there must be the the observance of due process. Due process is a guarantee against any arbitrariness on the part of the government, whether committed by the legislative, executive, or the judiciary. Kind of due process. Procedural due process. This is which hears before it condemns, which proceed upon inquiry and render judgment only after jail. Secondly, substantive due process. This requires the intrinsic validity of the law in interfering with the rights of the person to this life, liberty, or property. The law enforcement pillar. Law enforcement is considered as the prime mover of the criminal justice system. Law enforcement is a deterrent and preventive activity. In the Philippines, the law enforcement function is separated by the Philippine National Police, which is PNP. The Department of the Interior and Local Government, or DILG, and the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, under the Department of DOJ, or Department of Justice. Arrest. The definition of arrest is the taking of person into custody in order that he may be bound to answer for the commission of an offense. Manner of conducting arrest. An arrest is made by actual restraint of a person to be arrested or by his submission to the custody of the person making an arrest. Next is warrant of arrest. Warrant of arrest is an order in writing issued on the same of people of the Philippines, signed by the judge and directed to a peace officer, commanding him to arrest a person or persons stated therein and deliver them before the court. The requisite of a valid warrant of arrest are the following. The first is it shall be issued upon probable cause. Next is the probable cause is determined personally by the judge upon examination, under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witness he may produce, and particularly describing the person is to be arrested based on Section 2, Article 3 of the Philippine Constitution. The lifespan of warrant of arrest is as long as the person is stated in the warrant of arrest is not arrested, it shall remain valid even if several years already lapsed. However, the head of the office to whom the warrant of arrest was delivered for execution shall cause the warrant to be executed within 10 days from this receipt within 10 days after the expiration of the period. The officer to whom it was assigned for execution shall make a report to the judge who is issued. Next is seizure and search and seizure. Search is defined as the act of looking into carefully in order to find some concealed item. Next is seizure. Seizure is to take into custody of something. Power to conduct search. General rule: a warrant is needed before search. Validity of warrant is 10 days from its date. Warrantless search first is search incidental to lawful arrest. A person lawfully arrested may be searched for dangerous weapon or anything which may have been used for or constitute proof in the commission of an offense without search warrant. B. Consented search. The right against unreasonable search and seizure may be voluntarily waived by a person being searched. Plain view doctrine. Illegal things at sight may be seized even without a warrant to do so. So the thing must be readily seen without any effort at locating it. Next is search conducted by Bureau of Customs. Next is search conducted by security guardians on post. Next is custodial investigation. What is custodial investigation? Custodial investigation is questioning initiated by law enforcement officer after a person has been taken into custody of otherwise deprived of this freedom of action in any significant way. Interrogation is defined as a questioning of a person suspected of having committed a crime or of a person who is reluctant to make a full disclosure of information in his possession which is pertinent to investigation. Next is interviews defined as the questioning of person who is believed to possess knowledge that is of official interest to the investigation. Confession is the direct acknowledgement of guilt, while admission is indirect acknowledge of guilt. Next is history of prosecution. Prosecution is defined as the process or method whereby accusations are brought before the court of justice to determine the guilt or innocence of the accused, serving as the lawyer of the state government in criminal cases. The prosecutor is automatically considered as an officer of the court. At the same time, he is formally a member of the Department of Justice under the executive branch of the government, and thus independent from the judiciary.